we've heard. It's your sister. Full. You could have blamed it on it. We got different daddies. Her daddy's got you full sisters? Damn. That's what I'm saying, man. That's the thing about having kids, man. You don't know what the fuck you're gonna get. We got the same mom and dad, same household. One's an astronaut, one's a waitress at Cracker Barrel. Like you guys raised in the same house. One of you's going to the moon, the other one's serving Uncle Hershey's favor. How do you know the sisters? Work? Where at? Please don't say Cracker Barrel. Where do you guys work at? Where do you get at? What work? What job? What amazing job does she work at? What is it? Human services? What the fuck is that? That's every job. Every job is human services. What does that mean? What the fuck is human services? Daycare? Oh. Snap daycare? Fuck is snap daycare? You let it whoop. Snap that bitch. You ain't my mom, you goddamn right, bitch. Oh, you got a snap daycare? You can snap on them little ass kids. Snap, do what I say. You got a bunch of kids just abused when their parents pick them up. Where's Austin? He's in the corner. Snap daycare? Food stamp. Oh, I'm sorry. Food stamps daycare. You probably should be snapping on some of them kids. What's that mean? They can pay you with food stamps? Is this some Oklahoma shit? Your kids can get daycare with food stamps? Can't pay it. Here. Get some milk, some cereal on me. The hell is food stamps daycare? Is that the name of it? That's a terrible name for daycare. Food stamps daycare. Is there commercials for that shit? Running low on cash, don't worry about it. Is it like lower income daycare? Is that what it is? Lower income? Something like that? You work there also? What do you work at? Powdered milk, old folks home? I work at Government Cheese Retirement Community. Where do you work at? A mortgage company? That's good. Did you sell the property? You sold the food stamps, daycare building? Did you guys make that up? Just a family-run business? Department of Human Services. Okay. Well, thanks for coming. All three of you work there? The two of you? No. Well, I knew you worked there. I knew it. I fucking knew you worked at food stamps daycare. You're just confused. You don't know if you're supposed to get money or food. You get the popcorn and the cheese, you want it together, just separate in a basket. You know you gotta pay cash here, right? Can't pay food stamps for the popcorn, okay? I want to hear a big ruckus when the checks come out. What the fuck do you mean I can't have food stamps? Credit card or cash? So I'll make that clear. I got a feeling she's the one that caused a ruckus. Children one day. You're gonna charge me, motherfucker. Well, thank you ladies for working at daycare. Where do you work? Where do you work at? A big office? You guys are dealing with a lot every day. I know that. leave you alone. You guys need to laugh. Food stamp daycare, the WIC office. Oh my God, they're dealing with some fucking monsters. Can they get a couple more kernels? They need a couple extra pieces of popcorn for the WIC and food stamp daycare ladies.
But I got a funny story. So I follow Timeless Art Studio on Instagram. So about 2 weeks ago, I see the singer Lloyd came in to record something here. And it's funny. So I got a funny story about Lloyd. So it was probably, you know what? It could be 10 years ago that he was in, I think he was in Cincinnati. He had a show and I had a show. And we ended up staying at the same hotel. And I see him in the lobby and we don't know each other, but we're both in the entertainment business. So I just, hey, what's up, man? And he's like, hey, what's up? And I was like, you in town? I'm in town. Small talk. So we're having a conversation. It's really the first one-on-one conversation I've ever had with him because I'd seen him out at different social events in LA and New York and stuff, but I've never had like time just one-on-one. And so we're having a good conversation. And then this lady comes up at a left field, gets in the middle, and I'm not even there at this point. And she goes, oh my God, I am your biggest fan, Floyd. And I went, what the fuck she just say? Did she say Floyd? And Lloyd's letting her go. Like he's not going to correct her. He goes, oh, thank you. He's being polite. She goes, I just got to get a picture with you, Floyd. She goes, nobody's going to believe that I met Floyd. And she must have said his name 15 times. So now here I am. I'm already like, okay, you just interrupted our conversation and paid no regard to me. Didn't say hello, excuse me, nothing. Just got in the middle of us. So now I'm just milking it. So you're Floyd's biggest fan? You like Floyd? Oh my God. I'm his favorite. I'm the biggest. How long have you been a Floyd fan? And I'm emphasizing the F. So you like what's your favorite song by Floyd? And she couldn't name it. She goes, that one, da-da-da. I go, so you're Floyd's biggest fan, but you don't know your favorite song by Floyd? I must have said Floyd 30 more times than she did. And so when I saw Lloyd was recording something here at Timeless Art Studios, it's always the first thing I think of when I see him anywhere was that time that we was in Cincy and that lady said she is Floyd's biggest fan. Not Lloyd, Floyd. And then couldn't name off one fucking song. I was just like, And he was, I remember when she left, he was looking at me like, man, why you do that? And I was like, I don't know. I mean, she's your biggest fan, you know? I go, she's going to tell everybody she met Floyd in the lobby. The guy that sings her favorite songs that she don't know any of them. Floyd. Not Lloyd, Floyd. That's like somebody coming up to me and be like, I'm your biggest fan, Barry. Oh my God, Barry. I love you so much. What's your favorite joke by Barry? They're just all funny. I like them all. Barry. All right. Anyway, let's get into my schedule. This weekend, I'm in West Palm Beach, Florida at the Improv, September 14th to the 16th. The next week, I'm in Tampa, Florida, September 21st to the 23rd at the Improv. And then I'll be off for a week because my sister's getting married the last week of September. And then I'll be in Richmond, Virginia, the first week of October 5th through the 7th. I'm in Richmond, Virginia. Hey, y'all, you listen to the Gary Owen podcast. Hashtag Get Some. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gary Owen with the Get Some podcast. You can listen to this on iTunes. Just search Gary Owen, hashtag Get Some, or go to YouTube. Go to youtube.com/Gary Owen.com. As always, recording this in Cincinnati, Ohio at Timeless R. Well, it's Timeless Recording Studios, but their Instagram is Timeless R Studio. And it just came to my attention that there's many more podcasts being recorded here thanks to my plugs. And so I asked for a little hookup. I asked for a discount because you do podcasts are not free. So we'll see. Next week I might be back in my house. Uh, I'm going my schedule real quick. This weekend, I'm in Richmond, Virginia at the Funny Bone. That's October 5th through the 7th. Then I'm in Washington, D.C. next weekend, October 13th. I'll be with Lil Rel from the new show Rel on Fox and the movie Get Out. Me and him are at the theater at the MGM National Harbor Casino. I did it last year with Deion Cole. That's a beautiful venue. And that casino is like a mini Vegas right in the middle, right outside of D.C. and Maryland. It's crazy. And then October 18th to the 21st, I'm in Ontario, California at the Improv. October 26th, I'm in Oklahoma City with Russell Westbrook. He's doing his charity event. And then the first 2 weeks of November, I'm in Houston, Texas at the Improv. And November 17th, I'm in New Orleans, Louisiana at the Sanger Theater. And December 15th, I'm coming home to Cincinnati at the Taft Theater. And then New Year's Eve, I'll be in Dallas, Texas, like I always am, at the Verizon Theater. It's actually in Grand Prairie, which is right outside of Dallas, but that's another beautiful venue too, right there. Gonna address something real quick, and then we'll get into the lighter part of my show. And this is even kind of light, but a couple weeks ago I was on the podcast and I was addressing the Cat Williams, Tiffany Haddish situation where he went off on Rel and it's and I've been corrected. It's Gerard Carmichael. I keep calling him Gerald Carmichael. Very similar to how Brian Russell kept getting called Byron Russell when he played for the Utah Jazz. So my apologies, Gerard Carmichael. But Cat went on the rant. I went on my podcast, tried to give an even keel analysis of what Cat was saying, and sure enough, all these gossip websites, Vlad TV, Madame Norier, Ice Cream Combos, the Jasmine brand, their headline was, Gary Owen agrees with Cat Williams, says Tiffany Haddish is not the funniest comedian out there. Way to twist my fucking words. What I said is Tiffany blew up off Girls Trip. That's what, more than anything else she's done in her career, Girls Trip the movie is what took her to another level. I said, yeah, she's been a stand-up for a while, but she hasn't done anything in stand-up that resonated, that made her blow up. That's not saying she isn't funny. It's saying for whatever reason, that didn't take her to the next level. The movie Girls Trip did. Similar to Chris Tucker and Rush Hour. Chris Tucker was on Def Jam. Chris Tucker was in a few other things, but Rush Hour took Chris Tucker to a whole nother level. When you think of Chris Rock, you don't think of movies, you think of stand-up. Now, even though Chris Rock has done, 100 movies, what you think of Chris was, back in 96, he did the stand-up special on Comedy Central. It just took Chris Rock to another level. Dave Chappelle, you think of stand-up. Now, you think of the Chappelle Show, that really took him to another level. But when you think of Dave Chappelle, you don't think movies, you think stand-up comedian. Tiffany Haddish, you don't think stand-up, you think funny actress, funny movies. It's not a knock on her stand-up. At no point did I say Tiffany Haddish is not funny. What I said is, I gave my favorite stand-up comedian, who I think as a female, who my favorite is, no different than Chris Rock, always saying he thinks Dave Chappelle is the funniest stand-up. He's not saying other people aren't funny. He's just saying his favorite. And if you ask 100 people, they'll give you their favorite stand-up. They're not going to say other people aren't funny. They're just going to give you their opinion on who their favorite is. I gave my opinion, who I thought was my favorite, who I think is the funniest female stand-up comedian. And I said it was some more. At no point did I say Tiffany Haddish is not funny. So way to twist my fucking words and say Gary Owen says Tiffany Haddish isn't the funniest comedian. That leads people to think I'm bagging on Tiffany and saying she doesn't deserve her success and she hasn't worked hard. It's the complete opposite. I've known Tiffany for probably 16, 17 years, I bet. Might even be closer to 20. And so I've seen her progress, and I always followed her from afar, just like I followed a lot of other comics. You keep dibs on people. It's no different than ball players. I'm sure every quarterback gets in the box score on Mondays and checks to see what the other quarterbacks did, or running backs see what the other running backs did. I mean, they're just checking the stats. Same with comedians. You're always keeping track of what other comedians are doing. And I'm never, ever that comedian to shit on comics, because I know the grind we go through when you first start out, staying at shitty hotels, getting on shitty bus rides, going to shitty comedy clubs or shitty bars for shit money. And then as you progress, things get better as you get older. I'm not one to shit on comics. I know what we go through. And if you're a comic, whether I think you're funny or I don't think you're the funniest, if you're doing original material and you're out there on the road, I can't do nothing but respect that. And I'm not going to hate on somebody because they get some success. I'm not going to piggyback on their success and try to use their name to benefit my career by bagging on them. I don't do that. That's just not my makeup. I remember 5 years ago, I hired Tiffany. I gave her $100 and we did a YouTube video, and you can go to YouTube and look it up. And we did a YouTube video called Twerking for Jesus. And I'm literally in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm walking on the sidewalk. I'm with a buddy of mine. And, it's the Bible Belt. So we're seeing a church and then we're seeing a bar. We're seeing a church and we're seeing a bar. And then I go, dang, you can literally twerk. I go, and then go get saved the next day. And we're walking home from lunch and I go, twerking for Jesus, twerking for Jesus. And my buddy started laughing. I was like, I should write a song about that. It was just a goofy video. And I called Tiff. I remember she came to my hotel room and I just said, hey, you want to do this goofy video? I got this song called Twerking for Jesus. I need somebody that can twerk. That's it. So we go in my bathroom. She gets on this counter where girls would do their makeup, and she's got these booty shirts on, and Tiffany's just twerking. And she ain't got the biggest ass, but it was enough. And she just starts twerking. And I remember Tiffany saying, hey, man, you think this is going to hurt my career? And in my brain, I'm like, Tiff, nobody knows you. like, right back then, 5 years ago, I go, nobody knows you, Tiff. What do you mean hurt your career? And what's funny is she did it, and then when we got done, I forgot to give her the $100. And literally, she's just looking at me. I'm looking at her, and I go, hi, Tiff, thanks, man. We're going to get something to eat. You want to go? She goes, no, I got to go home, do something. And she just kept staring at me, and I was like, hello? And she goes, yeah, you got the $100? I was like, oh, shit. And I gave her the $100 cash. I just completely forgot. But she just stared at me like, you got that 100 for this? And it's just funny that I never, the thing about me is I never reposted the video after Girls Trip or try to be like, look, I knew Tiffany when. I mean, I just was like, because I remember my guy that does my website and stuff, he was like, yo, repost the video. Tiffany's hot right now. I said, nah. I said, that's me trying to like what people call clout chase. Like, no, I'm not going to repost it. And what's crazy is, even without reposting it, it was just sitting on YouTube for a while. And then Tiffany took off. And then it like all of a sudden, it got all these new views. It literally got like 50,000 views in the last year on top of what I already have because Tiffany took off. So if you search Tiffany or my name, it might pop up, I guess. I don't know how people just find videos on YouTube. I guess similar to me, I'll just put people get knocked out. And I'll watch people get knocked out on YouTube sometimes. So I just want to address that. At no point did I ever say Tiffany Haddish is not funny. I just gave who I thought the funniest stand-up was. And then I tried to give a kind of even keel analysis of what Cat Williams said without showing emotion or hate or despise or jealousy for anybody. So way to twist my fucking words. I know what it is. You're trying to generate traffic to your website. But, I've done numerous interviews of Vlad TV. So I knew Vlad. I knew what he was doing because I was like, but if you watch the podcast from a couple weeks ago, you'll see what I'm saying. I don't say Tiffany isn't funny. I just say whatever she's done in stand-up, for whatever reason, didn't resonate with like Girls Trip did. And that's no different than a lot of other stand-ups. There's always that one thing that just boom, takes you over the top. Ricky Smiley did Lil Daryl the year I hosted Comic View, and it just took him to another level. I mean, there's always that one thing for whatever, and you don't know what it is. You don't know where it's going to come from, and you just don't know. And for her, it was Girls Trip. I never once said she's not a funny stand-up or she should stop doing stand-up, and how dare people say she's the queen of comedy or she's the new hot thing in comedy. look, I like Tiffany. I've always liked her. And I'm not going to sit here and try to bag on somebody's success just to draw views like some of these other websites did. All right. Enough with that. It's a great week. The Bengals won. We're 3-1. Last week I had my dad on, so I had to bring him back again because this is a great week this week. I don't think could this week get any better?
No.
Well, for you especially, your daughter got married with my sister, and then the Bengals win.
The Bengals went big. By the way, for the record, my favorite comedian, I'm not biased, is
I'm your favorite.
Gary Owen. Just saying.
Okay, who was your favorite comedian growing up?
Probably Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor was your favorite?
Yeah. I love Richard
Was you
Pryor.
allowed to listen to him?
No, it was strictly incognito. There's no way.
Because I've heard that from a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, I
to go in the
love
basement
him.
or put on a Richard Pryor album?
I mean, back then it was, I just didn't listen to him with mom and dad knowing. So,
was you like, when you was in high school? Well, was Richard Pryor when you was in high school?
Yeah, pretty much. He was big then. It was when Gene Wilder, they were together for a few movies and stuff. And then I followed his stand up. We didn't have, computers or anything like that, but albums.
Big ass albums.
Big ass, vinyl, Shino vinyl. Yep.
So you be in the basement with your boys?
Yeah, big time. He was awesome.
Wow. Smoking weed, getting drunk?
Smoking weed. Yeah. A little bit of both.
I've always heard that like a lot of people were like your age group, and they're like, "Yo, Richard Pryor was the one like everyone would sneak."
Yeah,
and because you were not listening to it with your parents.
It's rated X, rated R. Cheech and Chong too. That album just blew up. I used to sneak.
I had for some reason I had a record player, and when I was like 8 years old, the two albums I had was Sha Na Na. Remember that? So Sha Na Na. And I just brain farted. I had the Sha Na Na. Who'd you just say?
Cheech and
Chong.
Cheech and Chong, man.
Yeah. And then I would listen to that album, and I didn't know what they was talking about. And I remember I was in third grade, and I was at recess, and I go, "No stems, no seeds that you don't need.
I knew exactly what
gold is badass weed." I had no idea. I'm sitting there just like playing basketball and with kids 8 years old. No stems, no seeds that you don't need.
It was awesome.
Teacher was like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah,
I don't know. It was
good
an album.
Stuff. Yeah, I wore it out. Yeah.
So the Bengals win on Sunday. We're 3-1. I flew down to Atlanta for the game. And I tell you what, that's one of the funnest stadiums I've been in.
I'd love to go sometime.
Like I've heard. Now I've been to a Raider game, and Raider game is dangerous. You don't feel like loosey goosey safe. You feel like it could go left at any moment. Yeah. And I've never been to Philly for a game. I heard it's like that with Philly fans. Yeah. Cincy, we're pretty even keel. You got drunks, but they're not just going to fight you at the drop of a dime over a football game. You got to push them.
But
you can walk away.
Pittsburgh game can be pretty volatile. I mean,
Pittsburgh game can be volatile.
Can get ugly.
Yeah. I've only been to Pittsburgh for a Bengals game.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it's like a Tampa game or something.
Yeah.
Now I went to a Pittsburgh game probably. Oh God, it was probably 12 years ago.
Yeah, you took me up there.
I took you. Yeah, we went to a Sunday night game.
Sunday night game. It was
we sat in Casey Hampton's suite. Oh, I don't remember shit.
Yeah, I know. You were fun.
I drank a whole bottle of Captain Morgan.
I remember pouring your ass out of there, man. That was fun. That was like the highlight. That's when Shaq was playing for Cleveland. And
he
went down and
to his suite. Yeah. That cool. I think that helped me get on the Shaq All-Star thing. I was like, "Yo, Shaq,
that was
fucked
cool.
up." And I'm like, "Shaq, you got to put me on. You got to put me on, man."
Yeah.
But I went to a Steeler game. They played the Bengals. God, that had to be 12 years ago. Yeah. And the Bengals took the lead. I remember I was sitting there, and this guy, and I'm always careful. I don't want to get my ass kicked at the game, so I never bag on the other team. I just root for our team.
Right.
So I'm not be like, "Fuck yeah!" If somebody gets hurt from Pittsburgh.
Colors. Yeah.
So the Bengals take the lead, and I go. I stand up, and me and my buddy, and it was Paul, one of my best friends, dude, Paul Johnson. We're clapping. We're like, "Yeah." This guy stands up. And he goes, "Hey man, you stand up one more time, we're gonna have problems." And I looked back, and I went, "I just got back from Iraq. I can't help it. Then the Bengals are playing the Steelers here. He goes, I'm sorry. With the same anger. He yelled, I'm sorry.
The same shit.
I need it, man. Paul goes, how'd you come up with that? And I go, I just know we ain't getting our ass kicked.
No shit.
Next thing I know, the beer guy comes. The guy bought us beers.
Did he
because he thinking we're war veterans and shit.
I lost my best friend, man.
No, I got the high and tight, so I look like I'm in the military. Paul's bald. Paul had a black dude.
Yeah.
So we look like we were military guys. So it's funny because I was like, oh, got out of that one. That's been the only. Now I was in Cleveland one time, and I'll never forget this game.
That could be bad.
I went to Cleveland, and it was Cleveland and the Patriots, and it was right before Tom Brady. I got in. It could have been the year he got in or the time before.
Before Bledsoe.
Because Bledsoe was a quarterback, and they both were so bad, and there was no energy in the stadium. And I remember thinking, who wants to go to these games? Like Patriots and Browns. This is before Brady came in.
Yeah.
I was literally like, the Patriots suck.
Oh, yeah.
Who wants to go see them play?
Years.
And so I go, and I'm leaving the stadium, and I'm with, I think I'm with another comic. And this guy literally, I think the Patriots won, and this Browns fan literally goes, hey, man, you hitting on my wife? I left field. I'm just walking. And I go, what? And he goes,
wife.
You hit on my wife? And I looked at him, and I looked at his wife, and I went,
she needs a dental plan.
No, I said, you're giving yourself way too much credit right now. Like, I'm really going to hit on your wife. So, but the difference between Atlanta, like I was bingled out. I got this bingo bathrobe that I wear to the game. And it's obnoxious.
Yeah, it's cool.
Obnoxious.
Yeah.
So I got this, and a fan gave me that. A fan showed up at my show and gave me this elaborate robe.
Oh, it's neat looking.
And so I got to walk. Mohammed Sanu, shout out to Mohammed Sanu, he's got a suite. He let me sit in a suite. And the way the suites were in Atlanta, I thought we were going to go up top. No, they have, it's really cool. They got these end zone suites. Yeah. So they sit up about 15 feet in the back of the end zone. So you got a good view of the game, and you're right there. So if like we had Julio Jones was here, and then Mohammed Sanu was right next to him. So if those guys score, they can literally give the ball to their family or everything.
Oh, shit.
And I guess the week before, Mohammed scored a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the touchdown he gave to his girlfriend, and then the 2-point conversion he gave the ball to his mom, and they're standing there. And I noticed every time the Falcons would come towards the end zone we was sitting in, his whole family would move to the front row.
Trying to get that ball.
Just in case he got one. Yeah. And there was one point, Matt Ryan threw a dime, and just, I don't know, it was just off, and the Bengals actually defended it well. And the whole family was like, oh! And then it was going right to Muhammad. I was like, that'd have been cool if he would have flipped that ball up and I would have seen it. But the Atlanta fans were just fun. There wasn't no, like, we about to fight you or not like that. Like, they're bagging on me, I'm bagging on them. But it was just a good vibe. And I've never been to a stadium with so many black people, like black fans. I bet you half their season ticket holders are black.
Wow.
Like, you go to a Cincinnati game, you see black people at a Bengals game, you're like, they must know somebody on the team. Well, that's just what you think.
You remember when Michael Vick, that was, I mean, he was like a phenomenon, and he was a great quarterback, and I'm sure that put butts in the seats. I mean, right
similar to Tiger Woods.
Oh, yeah.
Playing golf.
Same thing.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I started watching golf.
But Atlanta's a black city, though. Like, you go to Atlanta, it's just like, it's like, you know, there's $1 million corporations run by black people in Atlanta. So they got a lot of season ticket holders.
That scoreboard's unbelievable.
Oh, in Atlanta?
Oh,
it goes around the whole stadium.
Jesus.
So I just remember thinking, God, because you go to a Bengals, you go to Utah Jazz game. I went to Utah Jazz game, and literally, it's not just white; it's blonde hair, blue-eyed white. Oh, and right behind the Jazz bench, there's this section, and you see all the black people, and I go, that's all players' wives, girlfriends, and families. You know exactly where the Jazz family section is.
Everybody else is
friends and family.
Lily White.
Lily.
Yeah.
Lily.
There's
no hip hop at the Jazz game being played. And that's the thing, too. Atlanta, pre-game, during the game, it's all hip hop being played. Because I like going to Bengals games, but god damn, we need a new theme song. We got this
do.
Cincinnati Bengals.
But it's so cheesy, it's good.
Oh, it's,
you know what I mean? It's just fucked up, but I still sing it.
You get caught up at a Bengals game. Let me tell you something. When I went to the game in London a couple years ago, so it was a home Bengals game.
Yeah.
That's what it was considered. So they were playing the Bengal music.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how bad our theme songs were with nobody singing them. Because it was so at timeouts and stuff, they would play bingo music, and literally it was going Cincinnati Bengals.
This is bad. It's so bad. It's good.
Cheer to victory. Nobody's singing it. The whole stadium's like this.
The hell is that stuff?
This song sucks when nobody's singing it or into it.
Yeah.
But I had a blast. Now you were watching the game at your house, right?
Oh yeah. I had Matt, my future son-in-law. Get that straight. And Mark and Kate, my friends from Colorado.
Yeah, they were over.
And we had negative. It was negative. I didn't think we were going to win it.
This is people don't know.
Bad. Yeah.
Every Bengals game, I have to start turning my phone off.
Yeah.
Because as soon as the game starts, my dad will be like, "We're fucked.
We're screwed.
We fucking suck. That guy's terrible.
Defense, it sucks, man.
It's bad. And if the Bengals win, he's like this. He goes, "Wow."
Yeah. Well, you know what? When AJ caught that pass, I was negative. Greg was laying there. My son-in-law now. He's laying on the couch. And as soon as he caught that pass, I jumped up. I went, I knew we were going to win. I knew it.
Not a doubt in my fucking mind.
Oh, yeah.
What are the announcers saying? Because I'm at the game. I can't hear what the announcers are saying. Are they being optimistic or pessimistic?
They were, for me, it's pro-Atlanta.
The announcers?
It's kind of, I just, because I don't know. I feel like the Bengals they don't get much respect
at all.
And they really don't. And from the announcers too, I don't think they do. But that's just being a Bengals fan. I'm pretty much ate up. So I don't know.
The thing about it, we're 3-1. It's a great time to be a Bengals fan.
It's awesome.
Nobody thought we'd be 3-1, especially with our best defensive player out, which he comes back this week, Vontez, and our starting running back, who
Mixon.
If you look at how good Joe Mixon is right now. Nobody's been able to run on Baltimore. Baltimore's only given up 65 points in 4 games. Bengals got 31 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they completely shut down Pittsburgh's running game.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and there was a couple runs where the left side of the Bengals line is decent. The right side's kind of weak. He went to the right side and just completely changed fields and cut back to the left. And he's coming back. Vontez come back. Now, we lost Tyler Eifert, which hurt.
Ugly.
That was disgusting.
God, that was ugly.
See, we didn't know what happened. We're watching the game, and it happened on the other end of the field.
Oh,
so we see him go down. I thought it was his back.
Oh, my God.
And then
nasty.
I didn't know until after the game. When I saw him come out with the air cast, I go,
Gary,
what happened?
and they kept showing it. I mean, it was like, come on, man. Just the guy's ankle was obviously broken. He's laying there in tears. I'm like, quit. There's no need to show it more than one time. I mean, without hurling. Jeez,
it was like was it like the Super Bowl when Tim Crumry went out against the 49ers?
Yeah, snapped it. Yeah. It was
I remember watching that Super Bowl game and Crumry's leg. Here's your leg. It literally bowed like you're pulling a bow and arrow string.
Yeah, it was bad.
And the announcer goes, I think I got the wind knocked out of him. I was like,
that's a concussion.
I'm like 12 years old going, no, the fuck you
shit me.
Your leg don't move like
blind?
That. What the fuck? Jeez. And then he just kept showing his leg move in this awkward motion.
God, man. Jeez.
So now this week, I think Vontez is back. Here's my thing about Vontez Burfict coming back to the Bengals, though. He's going to get fined. He's going to get penalties because of his reputation.
They've already thrown a flag.
I would not blitz him at all because if he touches the quarterback, they're going to throw it.
Oh, yeah.
He's a marked guy. That's the good and bad about Vontez being back. That defense is going to amp up, though.
Oh, they will. I mean, he's a leader. He's a leader of the defense. And I think we'll play better. We can't stop the run.
Yeah. Well, Miami doesn't have, they got an average offense, but it's not like it's
right.
Not like New England or Green Bay's coming like that. But
we got a lot of momentum, for sure.
That's for sure. I just
hope we don't lay an egg.
I don't think we will.
Happen.
I think it's going to be so hot. Listen, there's going to be so much energy within the locker room with Vontez back.
Yeah.
And I think Mixon's coming back this week.
Yep.
I don't think we'll lay an egg this week. I just hope we don't lay an egg against Pittsburgh.
Well, that could be a trap game. Yeah, because they're not winning. Pittsburgh's not winning. So
but they always beat us.
Yeah.
I can't remember last time we beat them.
I can't either. Jeez.
It was 2015.
Yeah.
We didn't beat them in 16, 17, 18 in a playoff game. What is it? 8 in a row they've beaten us? 9 out of the last 10?
We just don't. And we have them usually. We got to lead certain times of the game and we somehow find a way to lose. So
that's the thing. Ben Roethlisberger and Marvin Lewis came in at the same time. His rookie year was Marvin's first year as a coach, and that's one guy that's had our number the entire time.
First round Hall of Famer. He's really, really hard to like Cincinnati, but he's an awesome quarterback.
I remember when he got drafted. Now you got to realize I grew up in Oxford, Ohio, so I'm one of the few guys that really knows Miami of Ohio football and follows it. Not Miami, Florida, Miami of Ohio.
Right.
When he got drafted, I was in Pittsburgh that summer, like June of 2003. I'm telling every TV, every radio, and I don't know. I'm just saying, you guys got best quarterback in the draft. Best quarterback. And they're like, whatever.
Yeah.
I come back to Pittsburgh the next year after his phenomenal rookie season. I go, I told you guys. And now everybody goes, yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
You told us.
You told us.
I go, I did. Motherfuckers, I did.
Yeah.
Check the tape.
Yeah. They don't know what they have. You can't tell. I was a big Andy fan when he came out, and like you said, Andy's hot or cold. If he's on, you're gonna win. That's it.
Yeah, if Andy's locked in and he has time, Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
Then he can play with anybody. It's just when he gets happy feet and he gets hit on that block, which, I mean, honestly, can you blame him? If you keep getting hit from your back,
no kidding,
you're gonna get happy feet. And you're gonna be like, that clock's going. That's what makes like guys like Brady and Rodgers so good is you don't realize the subtle movements they make in the pocket that can avoid pressure, and they got like eyes in the back of their head.
Yeah, no,
they can feel somebody coming, just take a subtle step up.
They're fun to watch.
Now, did you watch Monday Night Football last night?
Part of it.
That Patrick Mahomes,
he's for real. He is
that kid from Kansas City. Oh my God,
he's really, really good. Well, fun to watch.
Well, I go on Twitter last night and I go, he was the number 10 pick in the draft last year, and I go, the 9 teams that passed on him, you fucked up. And I didn't realize the Bengals was 9.
Yeah.
Bengals was number 9.
Oh,
we could have had him.
Oh, shit. I
said, oops.
Maybe we made a mistake. Nothing against you, Andy. No. We love you, man.
So this past week, we talked about my sister getting married.
It was a great wedding, man.
So Saturday night, she gets married. And now that's my first Catholic wedding I've been to. Now, you told me Catholic weddings are going to be long.
Yeah.
So I'm in the little holding area with the priest.
Put a little pressure on him.
And I told him, I go, hey, Father, what's the over-under on this service? And he goes, he was like, what are you saying?
I can't believe you said that, man.
Yeah, so I basically had a bet with him. I said, what's the over-under? An hour? You think you can get this under an hour? And then he's like, I'll see what I can do.
He was cool. He was good, dude.
And 55 minutes.
Yep.
He came at 50. Yep. So I don't know if you got a videographer, but
we do.
When the groomsmen were leaving, I gave him like a high five dap. Yeah. I was like, all right, 55 minutes, Father.
He's a cool dude. He really was. Colorful little guy.
Yeah, he was a good guy.
He told the groomsmen, the wedding party, if you guys drink, man, if you're drunk, you're out of here. I'm smelling your breath.
Before the wedding.
And they didn't drink.
Well, they got in after.
Well, yeah, they did. They made up for that time lost.
Well, you got to realize, my sister got married to a great guy. His name's Greg. He's a good dude.
Family.
He's from a small town. It's called Fort Recovery, Ohio.
Yeah.
So what I've realized is when small town guys, when they realize they're not big city guys and they hang on to that small town, I think they're what they want to grasp onto is we can party harder than you. You don't know how to party in these small farm towns. And I think those guys was trying to prove they can hold their liquor.
They convinced me.
Drink.
They convinced me. Yeah.
So here's the thing about my dad's wife. My dad's wife, name's Jane. Great lady. She's the ultimate planner. So she's got this whole wedding structured from minute to minute to minute. So she's got everything planned out. So I get to the wedding. I drove myself, and then I get to the church. So I'm thinking, where are we going next? Where's the reception at and stuff like that? Jane goes, oh, no, Gary, you got to get on the party bus. We're going to like 3 different locations to take pictures with all the groomsmen. I went, oh.
Yeah, you were stung. She stung you.
My car's at the church. And so I get on the party bus. We go take these pictures. We get the reception hall. I asked the party bus driver, I said, hey, man, my car is back at the church. How do I get back to church? He goes, I don't know. I'm paid to drop you off here. I was like, oh, you're one of those. Not like, man, I'll take you back or anything like that. Nah, you're done. So it gets to the end of the night. I'm fucking stuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I go,
big time.
well, goddamn, Jane planned everything except Gary's ride back to the church.
She left you out.
So me, and then I tried to call Uber. My Uber got lost.
Yeah.
So I end up getting back to the church eventually.
Yeah.
But I will say, relatively speaking, that was a drama-free reception, with the exception of somebody putting their head through the wall in the bathroom.
Little itsy bitsy little problem. This guy's like 6'5". I don't know who he is. He's taking a piss, and for some reason, he felt it necessary to launch himself into the wall there and put a nice little melon head shot right there in the wall. I don't know what the fuck.
So do you guys have to pay for that?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So believe me. Yeah, I've heard about it. My God. I couldn't believe it, man.
Well, you got to realize Greg played my sister's husband now. He played college basketball at University of Findlay, and he played in Spain for a year or two. So he had a lot of, I never seen a taller wedding party. Not the groomsmen. I'm talking about like he had all his old college basketball buddies from high school and college show up. And I'm a big dude, and I was like, I feel short on the dance floor.
I do too.
And this is small. This is classic small town. So before the wedding, now I'm on the party bus, and I will say, I've never had moonshine before. This guy breaks out a mason jar, unscrews it, and this moonshine, this mason jar is getting passed around to all the dudes. It comes to me, and I'm like, for one, I was like, I don't want to drink after you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But then I wiped off the mason jar, and then I said, I'm going to take a sip just to be one of the guys. There were some cinnamon sticks in the moonshine.
It's good. Yeah.
That shit was so fucking good. Holy shit.
It's a creeper too. It'll creep up on you. You're fucked up. Well, you know it.
When I got it was about 3/4 full. And when I got done, it was about 25% left. And the guys kept looking at me like, Gary, I go, ain't giving it up, guys. Because they had a cooler full of beer. I don't drink beer. So that's the only thing I was sipping on. And all of a sudden I felt it. I just felt it. I go, oh shit. I said, take it. That moonshine, and it tasted so good.
Yeah.
I never had cinnamon moonshine.
If you drink like a whole bunch of it, you end up putting your head through the wall in the bathroom. That's what happens. I'm telling you.
Now, whenever you go to a wedding, I always, weddings and funerals is the two things when you go, okay, next time don't do this or do this or don't do this. When I go to a funeral, I'll look at my wife and be like, don't let this shit happen to my funeral.
No.
Don't let that shit happen to mine. Like you're going to have any say in it.
No, right. No, you got nothing. Yeah.
Same with the wedding. You'll be like, I like this, but I don't like this.
Yeah.
Now that it's been 3-4 days, what would you not have changed, and what would you have changed with the wedding? Because like you said it's not going to go perfect. You know it's not going to go perfect.
I think like you, I probably would have got a sound check for the DJ because found out that people behind couldn't hear.
Mm-hmm. I told you,
especially my speech, they didn't hear it.
So you gave a great speech, and you gave it. You got the wedding parties at the table, so you're giving it to your daughter, basically,
right?
And so I could hear it. It was a great speech.
Yeah,
but I found out later on some of the tables behind you couldn't because there wasn't speakers.
Well, Kenya said she couldn't hear it. So, and she said, "Hey, look, I don't think anybody in the back could hear it." So I would do that. Anything else? I think it went perfect. I really do. It was beautiful. I mean, I cried some ugly tears. I did not expect that, but you just get emotional.
I caught a couple. You and Jane, your wife. I caught a couple ugly cry faces.
Oh my God! And you can't control
They're fierce.
it. I saw your head go down too.
I
saw you when Kayla was giving her little speech.
Yeah, you
got emotional.
Yeah, I gather it. Well, you got to realize there's only there's three of us. Yeah. I got my identical twin sisters and then me, and obviously their bond is closer than mine. They got
the same DNA, man.
Twin,
they got same DNA.
Yeah,
so they're
same mom, dad.
Yeah,
and God, they slept in the same room.
Oh yeah,
for 90% of their lives.
Oh, they did. Yeah, we had them separate rooms, but they would every morning we'd get up and they'd be together. It's even in high school.
I ain't gonna lie. I did feel some kind of way that I show up and these two chicks got matching tattoos, You know what I mean? I was like this. I go, hello.
Close. Close, man.
Can I get a dot on my finger or something? Can we, the three of us bond? It's like, and then I'm reading
you're
it.
down here somewhere.
It's like on her forearm, and it says half your soul and another half soul, and it's like some band.
It's a cool thing. It is.
It's cool. I'm almost glad they didn't call me. I got one tattoo. That shit hurts.
Yeah, I know.
That shit's hurting.
I almost got a tattoo.
In the Navy?
I was in Hong Kong, fucked up, and I just didn't have enough beer in me because my buddy got one on his right cheek.
His butt cheek?
Butt cheek. And it had, heart with mom and the arrow through it. And this dude is scammed up. He couldn't sit down for like a week.
Hold on.
I'm like,
guy
God
got
damn.
a tattoo with
On
a
his-
heart?
on his
mom
ass.
on his ass?
I thought that was a little tacky. But
That's a
he's
terrible.
19.
Hold on.
You know?
That's a terrible tattoo. And
Look,
it's a terrible
Mom.
place.
I love you, man. Yeah, that was dumber than shit. It really was. Jeez, you said, put that right here, man. What are you doing?
You didn't try to talk him out of it?
I couldn't believe he was doing it.
Now, what would you have gotten? If at that moment, Hong Kong, you're 19 years old.
Probably would have got something real cheesy. I wanted to put, if he's going to do it on your ass like he did, okay, I was going to do it. Just put in there like U.S. grade A #1 beef. Like right here. Right there.
Stamp?
Would have worked. Yeah. Something like that. That's what I was thinking of anyway.
I saw one tattoo on social media. I thought it was great. So this girl had it was a bikini, and she had a bikini line. So it was basically right above her pussy. And she lowered it to show, I don't know where I saw it, and it said, "Lucky you." That's a good one.
That's great. Yeah.
That's
my baby girl.
That's a yeah. Some dad. That's my girl.
That's my girl.
That's some self-esteem out of this world.
Big time, man.
Lucky you.
Lucky you.
Oh, that's a great one. That's a great one. I enjoy. I was on when I was on Instagram during the wedding when I was on the party bus. I kept making videos going the whitest wedding ever.
Awesome.
Because I've never been. I know I'm white, but I haven't been around that many really, really white people in a while, like partying.
Yep.
And the songs that I'm making fun of, like the pop songs you hear on the radio, those dudes and girls, it had a different meaning to them.
Oh my God. Yeah. It was fun. I mean, I think the music selection was great, especially my picks.
Yeah.
My James Taylor song came on. Everybody was singing it.
It took me
how
back to high
sweet
school.
it is.
There was
Yeah.
a lot of 90s hip hop, 90s R&B.
Queen. They did a song by Queen. Everybody was singing at the top of their lungs.
Well, I'll tell you what, Greg is my sister's husband now. His mom, and now you told me she played high school basketball.
Yeah.
She's a tall lady.
Tall.
I thought she was a cheerleader because at one point, it literally was like 8 50-year-old women trying to do a pyramid like you do in high school.
And
like
they pulled it
cheerleader.
off.
No, they gave up. The girl on the top gave up.
I see, but
They got the 4 on the bottom. They was on all 4s.
Yeah.
Then they had the 3 get on top of them. And then I was thinking, oh, this ain't going to end well.
that's why I said this was going to be a train wreck.
The one girl tried to get on top of the 3 and she just gave up. She goes, fuck it, take the picture. So it's 4 on 4.
So, I mean, but it was a good effort. It really was. I thought it was going to end badly. I really did. But
where I'm sitting at the bridal table, what do you call it? Bridal party table.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there. So the asses are right here. They all got dresses on, but the backside of them are all. I said, this ain't gonna end well.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna get a view I don't want to. I don't need to see. And literally, once they got the pyramid done, and all the girls are standing up and they're pulling out dresses right, and the girl goes, "You got a nice view, didn't you?" It's like, what?
absolutely.
Like she gave me a little look like, "You got a nice view, didn't you?" I told somebody, I go, "This is Fort Recovery High School, 1979 homecoming."
Man.
To these women.
These chicks were funnier than hell, man. I had a good time with them.
But I tell you what, I know you always go to Colorado a lot.
Yeah.
And you always tell me about this couple. And I finally got to meet them.
Oh my God, they're the best. Kate
is from Australia.
She disarms you. Man, I told you a story. We took the twins. They were like 12 or 13. We're in Breckenridge in the summer, and they came up. We're drinking beers in this hot tub. And the guy came out just pissed off because it was bottled beers. And I'm like, oh, shit. All right. Well, by the time Kate got done with this guy, he was bringing us bottled beers. I mean,
so when you were there, he was like, no bottled beers.
No bottled beer. Kate is just one of those people that disarms you. She can just do it.
So he comes out. Ain't no bottle beers in this koozie.
Man, you guys must be from Ohio. You don't know this shit.
And then so Kate's from Australia with that Australian accent disarms him.
I'll disarm. And then
all of a sudden he's bringing bottle beers to the jacuzzi.
No, he's stripping down and getting in there with us by the end of it, man. Fuck. Oh my God, damn, Kate. Jesus Christ. How do you do that, man? Well, she did the same shit.
Yeah.
So we Friday night.
Yeah, we go out. So we go out after the rehearsal dinner Friday night. We go back downtown, got a place downtown. We're partying down there, and I don't have anything in the apartment like beer or vodka or anything. No, I had vodka and wine, but I don't have a wine opener. I don't have club soda. I don't have juice. I don't have ice. We go to this little gastro pub at the bottom of this building.
And they're closed.
They're closing. And I'm like, hey, you got anything? They're like, no, we're about to close. Well, one girl recognized me. That was good.
Yeah.
And she goes, hey, Gary Owen. I go, hey, what's up? And then your Australian friend, Kate. Now I look over, I'm trying to butter this girl up to try to move in like, hey, can we get some ice and a wine opener and stuff? I look over, Kate's got the wine opener. The dude's bringing out a bucket full of ice, got about 30 beers lined up. I go, what the fuck? How'd she do that? And then the guy gave me the bill. So I'm thinking it's going to be a couple $100 because it was probably about 30 beers, a wine opener, a bucket of ice, club soda, got two big things of club soda, $47.
Oh, yeah.
$47. Now you can go to a grocery store and buy 30 beers, but at a bar, I think the beer's at least $4 or $5.
The Kate discount. That's what you got. I mean, she's amazing, just amazing. I'm so glad you got to meet him, talk with him a little bit.
They was
talking
cool.
Them up.
Yeah, they was cool, man.
They're the coolest friggin' people.
They are cool. Hell, he timed he got on his phone and got on Google Maps and showed me the route I got to take because I got to drive a U-Haul from Ohio to San Francisco.
Yeah.
You know, because in a couple weeks, me and my road manager, Brad.
I'm helping move the furniture. Me and Larry Quinlan.
Well, you know, we're moving. We're moving to California. And my wife and kids have already been out there, but the house hasn't been ready. So I've been staying back here a lot when I'm not on the road. So me and Brad got to drive this U-Haul cross country. So we called to have movers do it. And it's like, $20,000 to load up the furniture, drive and everything. So I was like, I told Kenny, I go, dude, I could pay Brad way less than that.
Use your dad's back. Why not use my back?
I got enough dudes out here that are retired. I can put old motherfuckers to help move that shit.
Just furnish coffee and donuts. We'll be there.
Yeah, Brad knows how to pack the U-Haul up. He's like, I can pack it up. So I was like, and my thing is with life in general. When I check out, I want to make sure I've seen everything. Yeah. Like I haven't been to Australia yet. I still got to do that. Like there's certain I want to see. I've never seen that part of the country. I've driven from Ohio down south to Florida. Right. I driven DC. I took the southern route to San Diego. But I've never driven. The route we're going to take is called Highway 80. And so we're going to go through like Wyoming, Colorado, the Dakotas, like northern. We're not going to hit a lot of big cities. Right. But he timed it out. He goes, we're going to get to Omaha the first night we drive, about 12 hours from Cincy. Then we'll get to Salt Lake the second night. And then we'll get to San Francisco the Wednesday night.
Oh, so it'll be a beautiful drive. Beautiful.
Not gonna be able to see shit. We got to pack snacks.
No, you do. Well, the one time I've been out west, how many times? The one time I went out west on a hang gliding trip, I could say this. I was taking speed, and
the cops are not going to bust you 40 years later, Dad.
I was going to say, I'm retired. Who gives a shit? But I was taking speed, and it was like 35 hours in a car. And we didn't eat. It was like this. We just drove 35 fucking hours
straight.
It was so stupid. Because then we got there and I slept for like 25 hours. What did you gain? I don't get it.
So you drove from Cincinnati?
We drove from Cincinnati 35 hours to Salt Lake City on speed. And we just drank water and no food, just gas. Here me and my buddy are all the way out. Don't stop, man. Don't. Just keep driving. Jesus Christ, man. It's fucking bullshit. Just dumber than hell. Stupid. Don't do that. Just don't fucking do it.
Okay, do the face one more time.
I've never shared that story with you. I'm sorry, man.
You were taking speed out there.
No, I was popping black mollies, just driving. laughing my ass off, man. Just dumb. It was stupid.
All right. Well, okay. I'm sweating. I got to take a break. I got to go to the bathroom. All right. Congratulations to my sister, Emma.
Yes.
And her
Love
husband,
that girl.
Greg. So now my other sister gets married October 12, 2019. Kayla, the other side of the twins.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to show up and see what tattoos they got this time.
Yeah. Could be something. Well,
I'm going to
you'll
look
be
at them like
involved.
this.
You'll be involved.
I'm thinking, why don't you get my face?
Yeah. Shit right there. Yeah.
On your arm. All right. Thank y'all. This is Gary Owen with the Get Some Podcast. If you want to listen to my podcast, just go to iTunes, search Gary Owen, hashtag Get Some. Hey, y'all, you listen to the Gary Owen Podcast, hashtag Get Some. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gary Owen with the Get Some Podcast. You can watch this on iTunes. You can listen to it on iTunes. I'm sorry. Go to itunes.com/Gary Owen.com, or you can watch it on YouTube, youtube.com/Gary Owen.com. I think I messed that up. iTunes, just search Gary Owen /Get Some. YouTube, youtube.com/Gary Owen.com. My fault. I got a little discombobulated. It's been a weird morning. Cause I'm in the transition of moving from Ohio to California. So my wife's in town and my daughter's in town. And, goddamn, they got my world fucking upside down. Usually I'm by myself. I got my mornings. I'm good. I got my schedule. Now my wife's got her schedule. So I had to drop her off at work. And then, cause she has her own, travel company. So now she's going in the office. Usually she can do it from over the phone or Skype or FaceTime and all that stuff. So she had to go into work, amongst other things. So I was like, even when we were filming this, I had to call the engineers. I was like, yo, about 10 minutes late. And I ain't gonna lie, I lied. I said there was a wreck. There wasn't no wreck. I was just running late. You ever do that? Why do we do that as just people in general? We just lie for no reason. You can just say, hey, man, I'm running about 15 minutes late. We always got to come up with an excuse. I said there's a wreck on Highway 75. There wasn't no fucking wreck. I was just running late. But for some reason, I just want to be like, hey, man, I'm just running a little bit behind. I didn't want to do that. So I came up with a lie. And I'm coming clean right now. I'm going to blame my wife for me running late this morning while we were filming. Because she did put me behind schedule a little bit. But I don't know why I lied. But I just made it right, I guess. But literally, I was just running late. Last week, I was in Richmond, Virginia. Thanks to everybody that came out. We sold out 6 shows. We had 5, and then we added another one. Richmond's got interesting town because I was in the suburb. The Comedy Club in Richmond, Virginia is in a suburb called Short Pump. And it's about 20 minutes from downtown Richmond. And Short Pump, it's weird. There's some freaky shit going on in Virginia. Now it kind of explains Chris Brown a little bit because the Comedy Club is in Short Pump. I'm at the Funny Bone, and it's right next to Dick's Sporting Goods. And the nearest university is Longwood. And across road, if you're trying to get to Short Pump, if you're on the highway, there's a road called Tuckahoe Parkway. So I just want to make everybody aware. Richmond, Virginia, the Funny Bone is right behind Dick's in Short Pump near Longwood University, right off Tuckahoe Boulevard. What the fuck is going on in Richmond, Virginia? Please tell me who made up these names. And then the main street is Broad. So, I don't know. Hey, go down Broad and meet me at Tuckahoe. We're going to the Funny Bone behind Dick's, but I can't stay out late because I got to study. My final exam at Longwood is next week. What? No, hold on. My hotel was on the corner of Broad and Knuckles. What? What's going on in Richmond? Hey, where you at? Man, I'm at the corner of Broad and Knuckles down the street from Tuckahoe. What? Who came up with these names in Richmond, Virginia? All right, but thanks to everybody in Richmond that came down to see me. Now my allergies are acting up. I don't do drugs. I don't do cocaine. So I've noticed myself sniffing already because I did an interview with Vlad TV about 6 months ago, and when my allergies kick in, they kick in, and I don't know why. And the whole time I'm doing this Vlad interview, I'm sneezing, and we keep having to take breaks. But if you look at it on YouTube, I'm always sniffing. But they don't know that we're taking breaks and doing an interview because I literally got to blow my nose and I got tissues. It's not to that extent right now, but when you see the interview on Vlad TV, people are like, I know a cocaine head when I see one. I'm like, nah, it was allergies. And for whatever reason, my nose is just acting up. It does it. I think my nose just turns on me every now and then. That's what's happening right now. So if you hear me sniffing on this podcast, I'm not doing drugs. It's not because of cocaine or anything else. It's just allergies. This weekend, October 13th, I'm in Washington, D.C. at the MGM National Harbor. And then next week, October 18th to the 21st, I'm in Ontario, California at the Improv. And then October 26th, I'm in Oklahoma City at the Tower Theater with Russell Westbrook of the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then the first 2 weekends in November, so November 1st to the 4th and November 8th to the 11th, I'm in Houston, Texas at the Improv. I used to push myself and do like 14 shows in 4 days. And then my manager goes, why don't you just do 2 weekends there? You sell out all the shows. I go, why didn't I think of that? That way I ain't got to kill myself 3 shows a night for 3 days straight. So I just do 2 weeks now in Houston. And then November 17th, I'm in New Orleans, Louisiana at the Sanger Theater. And December 15th, I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio, the Taft Theater. And New Year's Eve, I'm in Grand Prairie, Texas, a.k.a. Dallas, Texas, at the Verizon Theater. Look, man, it was a great weekend to be a Bengals fan. Huge. I'm sitting here in Richmond, Virginia at this sports bar, and I thought we didn't have a chance. We're losing the whole game, 17-0. Bengals down in the third quarter. I'm like, in my brain, I'm going 3-2. Then we got to play Pittsburgh. Then we got to play Kansas City and New Orleans. We got a tough schedule. It's really going to set us back. And I don't know what happened, but they just woke up. And all of a sudden, defense scored a touchdown. Defense scored 2 touchdowns. Bengals win 4-1. All's right in the world right now with me. Like, when the Bengals win, everything's okay. I always say, like, if a doctor tells me I got cancer, Gary, you got cancer, you have 6 months to live. It's better than 5, baby. It's better than 5 because the Bengals won. Now, the Bengals lose, Gary got cancer. What the fuck, man? I got to go to chemo. How can I stay living? Bengals win? Could be worse. And so it's like you got to temper it, man, because Bengals are 4-1. They're in first place all by themselves in the division. But the Steelers are coming to town. Oh, my God. This is the worst. It's the worst. Bengals lost, I think, 11 of the last 12 to the Steelers. For whatever reason, they got our number. I don't know why we can't beat those motherfuckers, man. Really bothers me. What bothers me more is most of the Steelers I meet are pretty cool. I wish they were assholes. Because every time I go to Pittsburgh and some of the Steelers are come out, and I met their coach a few times, Mike Tomlin. It's just like they're all so fucking cool. But I can't bring myself to root for them. And I like Steeler fans. I know you're not supposed to like them, and they can be a bit obnoxious like most NFL fans, but they're so loyal and they're down, and they'll go see the Steelers whether 2-12 or 12-2. Steeler fans will be out there at the game. So you got to respect the fan base, and they travel. I remember when I had season tickets for the Bengals, and I stopped getting season tickets because I'm not in town enough. But when I had my season tickets, they would put ads in the paper when the Steelers come to town. Don't sell your tickets to Steeler fans, because you go to a Bengals game when they play the Steelers and they got those terrible towels, and that stadium be half full of Pittsburgh fans, and you see them towels going crazy. And I was like, but what the Bengals don't realize, you make half your money back off the Steeler game. Like, I had 2 tickets, and I think when I had my season tickets, it was around $2,500, I think, for the 2 tickets for the whole season. And Steeler game, I would get $1,000 for my 2 tickets for that one game. So you're basically I make half my money back damn near off one game every year. And when the Bengals are winning, you get more money for your tickets if you weren't in town. If they're losing, it's hard. Like, if it's the Bengals versus the Buccaneers, that's a hard ticket to sell. Or Bengals versus the Cardinals. But the Bengals Steelers, always get your money's worth. And then some. If you put them on StubHub or Craigslist or any of those websites like that. I always make my money off the Steeler game. That's why it's hard when the Bengals, if they're not winning, they say don't sell your tickets to Steeler fans. You make all your money back on the Steeler game. But I'm going to be in the building. I'm in D.C. the 13th, and I'm flying back early so I can make that game on the 14th. I said, man, it's crazy because usually I work my schedule around the Bengals schedule when it comes out. And this year I didn't really do that. Like, I know I'm going to make 3-4 games, but I got burned last year. I tried to make my whole schedule, and then we were terrible. I was like, shit. You get to December, you're like, why did I do this? Why am I in the cold for this game that nobody cares about? So, hey, it's just a good time to be a Bengals fan. Now, if you're an NFL fan, it's clear who the best two teams are. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Rams. And then there's a huge drop-off. Now, you could say, as long as Brady's in the league, Patriots got a chance. Yeah, that's true. But right now, I mean, the Steelers and Chiefs are just head and shoulders above everybody else. And they play each other this year, too. There's a real good chance they could both be undefeated going into that game. I'm gonna hold on. Let me look and see when they play each other, because I know they play. I saw that I saw it on ESPN that the Chiefs and Rams. Yeah, November 19th. Oh, and it's a night game. They must have thought they were going to be good. It's a Sunday night game. Oh, is it? It's a Monday night. Shut the fuck up. It's a Monday night game. The NFL got lucky with that shit. November night, Monday night. No fucking way. No way they got lucky like that. So November 19th, Chiefs versus Rams. That could be two undefeated teams, because the Chiefs got the Patriots. Ooh, that's gonna be a good one. Then they got the Bengals, where I hope they lose. And they got the Broncos. They're at the Browns. They got the Cardinals. Man, they could be undefeated. And who the Rams got? The Rams got at the Broncos, at the 49ers, home versus the Packers, at New Orleans versus Seattle, and then the Chiefs. Man. The Rams guys, they could both be undefeated going into that game. That's crazy. That's crazy. And how did NFL get lucky like that shit? That they made it a Monday night game by accident. That's crazy. Something funny happened on social media. So I come across this, somebody sent it to me. They tagged me in it, so I saw it. This tweet, and it's funny, and I think it makes a lot of sense. Some girl she goes, yeah, I'm white, but I'm not Trump white. I'm Gary Owen white. I was like, I should make a t-shirt. If I made that a t-shirt, I'd probably sell the shit out of that after my shows. Yeah, I'm white, but I'm not Trump white. I'm Gary Owen white. And I reposted it. God damn. Right now, I reposted it last night. It's got 46,000 likes already. And I just posted it last night. That, yeah, I'm white. I'm not Trump white. I'm Gary Owen white. I always say, if you ever come to pay to see me perform, I don't do Donald Trump jokes. I don't do political humor for a few reasons. One, I'm not that smart. I'm not that bright. I don't know enough about politics to talk about. That's why if you listen to my podcast, I don't talk about politics that much. I just don't know enough about that shit. I get bored. I get bored watching CNN. I get bored watching Fox News. I get bored watching MSNBC. I'm more of a ESPN type dude and Netflix. I don't know enough about politics. So I don't ever talk Trump during my act on the road. And I also think we get it fed to us 24/7. And I want people that when they pay to see me, they get a break from that. They get a break from politics and Trump shit. It's just it's 2 hours where you don't have to worry about any politics being brought up. And a lot of times at the end of my shows, when I do comedy clubs, I'll do a Q&A. I'll be like, you guys got any questions? And Never fails. Somebody always be like, Trump, what you think about Trump? And I always got to tell them, I don't do Trump jokes. I just made a conscious decision about 6-7 months ago. I was like, you know what? And I told my opener, I said, dude, don't do any political jokes. I go, I want my crowd to have a break from all that shit because it's getting force fed to us 24/7. And I always tell people, go to D.L. Hughley's page. If you want to know how I feel about politics, go to D.L. Hughley's page. He's more passionate about it than I am, and he's definitely more educated about it than I am, and he's smarter than I when it comes to politics. So if you want to know what I feel about Donald Trump, just go to D.L. Hughley's page, and he usually's got a handle on it. I don't agree with everything he says, but probably about 80% I agree with DL when he's talking about that stuff. Now, I'll tell you what movie I saw last night. I saw I'm about to sneeze. I'm trying to hold it in. If you're watching this on YouTube, my eyes might have just got watery. You ever try to hold a sneeze in and then it's all in your brain? That's what just happens. So I've held sneezes in before at meetings and airports. I'm like, you all right? It'd be like, something happened? Like, it looks like I'm about to cry. It's not. I'm just holding a sneeze in because I don't want to be rude. Hold on. Okay, I just held it. It's a gift. Now, I saw the movie A Star is Born last night. Man, they might sweep the Oscars this year. Bradley Cooper, he's the director and the star. He might get both. Lady Gaga's, everybody's getting nominated. Sam Elliott's good. And it was interesting, man. I'm watching A Star is Born. And rumor is Bradley Cooper and Dave Chappelle are like best friends now. So when I heard that and I found out Dave's in the movie, I'm thinking Dave's in it. Dave's in it for about 5 minutes. But what I noticed is there's a lot of comedians in this movie. Lunel's in it. Eddie Griffin's in it. And they're all just in it for like 1 or 2 scenes. Lunel's a cashier. And she's got a quick, funny scene. Eddie Griffin's a preacher. And he's only in it for about 30 seconds, literally. Chappelle plays Bradley Cooper's like friend from high school that he grew up with. That is kind of like a sounding board for Bradley Cooper's character in the movie because Bradley Cooper's character is like basically a rock star. And Dave seems like that high school friend that's got an average suburb life, but it's grounded, married with kids. And I think Bradley kind of goes to him as like a getaway. And I got friends like that too. That's why even though David isn't that long, I liked his character because I get it. Because me being in the entertainment business, I got a buddy Paul in Columbus and a buddy Mike in Kentucky. Like, they're my guys. They're doing great in life, but they're working, got their wife and kids and just doing it, you know? So Dave's in it, Lunel's in it, Eddie Griffin's in it. Andrew Dice Clay's in it. Now, I didn't see that one coming. Now, Dice Clay plays Lady Gaga's dad in the movie. And even when he walked on screen, it took me a second. I go, hold on. Is that Dice Clay? Because he looks like an older dad. He's got gray hair now. And he looks like he's healthy, but he's not funny at all in the movie. He's playing strictly a dramatic role, and he killed it. I bet he gets a lot of work out of this. But it's just I'm not gonna give the movie away, but it's a really good movie, and it's not like the one from the 70s with Chris Christopherson and Barbra Streisand. It's a completely different take on it, but it's pretty dope, especially being in the entertainment business, not in the music business, but comedian. You get how you can feel ostracized and alone a lot, and it's just interesting because I think a lot of entertainers we're fragile behind the scenes. Like, our mental makeup is pretty fragile. We do read the blogs. We do people's opinions matter to us. We act like it don't. That's what kills me when I hear entertainers be like, yeah, I don't care about what people think. I do a lot. And I think that's such a lie. Same thing when I see people getting the tattoos saying only God can judge me. I'm like, really? That's bullshit. There was one guy in Cincinnati one time. He had it like on his forehead or some shit. He had it on his neck. He had only God can judge me. And he like killed somebody. And now he got life in prison. And I'm sitting there looking on the news and I'm like, well, that tattoo didn't work out, did it? Anytime anybody's got only God can judge me, I go, I got a feeling they did some dirt. And they're trying to convince themselves that only God could judge them. I'm like, no, the court can judge you and a jury can judge you. There was one guy one time and I don't know, I don't know what he did. He did a bunch of crimes, but he had these money bags in between his eyebrows, these big money bags, and he had them tattooed right here. And then he went and robbed somebody. And I go, that was stupid. You're pretty easy to catch. This is note to all criminals. Don't get tattoos on your face if you plan on committing crimes. It's a kind of easy getaway. I'm always amazed when they can't find somebody for a couple weeks and they got tattoos on their face. I go, where's that dude at? Because if he's at a 7-Eleven or McDonald's, I mean, he's going to stick out. So if you haven't seen A Star Is Born, I recommend going to see it. It's a dope movie, about 2 hours and 15 minutes, but it goes pretty fast. And when you got a story like that, like those movies like A Star Is Born, it takes 2 hours to flush the story out. Because it really is, it's a love story. And you gotta see the relationship kind of grow and blossom. And I always like Sam Elliott, man. Sam Elliott's good in everything. I'd be shocked if he doesn't get Oscar nominated for his part. But I remember him in Mask. I don't know if people remember that movie Mask from like 84, 85. It came out. It was about Rocky Dennis, the dude that had the weird face. And Cher was in it. And Sam Elliott played a guy named Gar. And he just talks like, he's got that voice. Hey, how you doing? I can't do it, man. But the people I grew up with, the women I grew up with in the trailer park, not girls, but the moms, them motherfuckers' panties got wet when Sam Elliott came on the screen. Oh, my mom and her crew back in the day, holy shit. Oh, my God. I leave my shoes under his bed anytime. I was like, what does that mean? You know? They love Sam Elliott, boy. Them trailer park women that I grew up with, when that movie Mask came out. So every time I see Sam Elliott, it reminds me of growing up, hearing all them women talk in the trailer park. Like my mom would have like her crew of women in the trailer park, like come over and I'd hear them talking on the front porch or in the kitchen. And my mom was funny, man. I remember one time I heard my mom talking to her girlfriends and they were sitting there and one girl's like, yeah, I got my tubes tied. And another girl was like, yeah, well, I'm going to make Rick get his shit snipped. And then my mom goes, well, we just pray a lot. We're not going to get fixed. We're just going to pray a lot. That's what we're going to do. Now, the other thing that happened over the weekend was the Conor McGregor Khabib Nurmagomedov fight. I can't say his last name. Here's the thing. I thought I knew his last name. And then I heard this dude that beat Conor McGregor. I heard him talk. We're pronouncing his last name wrong. And that's when I gave up. Khabib Nurmagomedov. I don't know how to say his name. I'm going to give you the spelling of it. And then I'll tell you guys how you think you're supposed to say this name. Khabib, Khabib. Khabib. His last name is Nurmagomedov. Khabib Nurmagomedov. I don't know how to say that shit. Anyways, this guy choked out Conor McGregor, and there's a guy named Brandon Schaub. He's an ex-UFC fighter, but he has his own podcast. He said before the fight, he goes, "This is a fight I don't want to go to because whoever wins, it's going to be a powder keg." And you got the Russians and the Irish. Conor McGregor's Irish, Khabib's Russian. And Conor's really been the catalyst behind it. Like he talks so much shit. And I don't think he means half the thing he says. He just tries to get in the other guy's head to get him angry because an angry fighter doesn't fight good. That's all what I've always been told. Just like you're not supposed to have sex while you're training for a fight. It's supposed to take your legs out from you. But I don't know if that's the case. If the girl's riding you, shouldn't matter. I don't think. I think if your hips are moving, it might take your legs away. But if a girl's just on top of you riding you, I don't know. That shouldn't take nothing away. So Khabib chokes out Conor McGregor, 4th round. I'm at a Buffalo Wild Wings watching it, and then okay, so that's over with. Conor taps out, and then Khabib jumps the fence. I've never seen this happen. Jumps out of the octagon and goes after one of Conor's cornermen, and he does like a like a Mortal Kombat move. They got it in slow motion. Like he jumped like, I don't know, like a spider monkey. Like the shit you see in the jungle, man. And it's like he's floating. Then he just lands. And then Conor, he takes a couple shots at some of Khabib's guy within the octagon. Then this guy in a red shirt jumps over the octagon, gets in the octagon, and sucker punches Conor from behind. It's just fucking chaos. As a fan, it was awesome. It was awesome to see. I know you're going to be like, oh my God, it's a black guy in the sport and there's got to be respect. But let's just be honest. It was fucking awesome. It was just to be in Buffalo Wild Wings and everybody's going, no, what the fuck? You see that shit? And usually when a fight's over, everybody respects each other and they slap hands and you realize it's all just trash talk. They don't really mean it. This shit, they really meant that shit. And now you want to see a rematch. Because if we're being honest, Conor got dominated the whole fight. Here's the thing. When you're a fighter, I don't care if you're a boxer or if you're UFC fighter, when you got that one hit a quitter, which Conor's got, where he can sleep you at any moment, you're always in the fight. So when people say you got completely dominated, you did, but you still was only one punch away. Some people, like Floyd Mayweather's not a one hit a quitter. You got to, it takes a while. Bernard Hopkins wasn't a one hit a quitter. Winky Wright wasn't a one hit a quitter. Tyson, one punch, boom. This Deontay Wilder right now, one punch, boom. The guy Deontay Wilder's going to fight next in December, Tyson Fury, he's not that type of dude. He's got to lay on you and he's heavy and he's got to work you down and almost wear you out. Khabib's like that. So Conor, even though dominated, he was still in the fight because at any point he could have connected and anybody could go to sleep. But the fact that these guys had the big argument and the scuffle after the fight, it makes you want to see a rematch just for that reason. And you want to see what Conor's going to say because leading up to it, he's going to dominate and I'm going to shove my knuckle through his orbital bone and tink. I love how the Irish guys go tink. They don't say think. There's no H. It's tink. If you look at Conor's Instagram page, he even spells it Tink. I make you tink. So regardless of what you think of the fight, the melee after the fight, it makes you want to see another fight. I do. I want to see him fight again for no other reason than to hear Conor talk. For no other reason. And this is leading up to the fight. I kept seeing a video of this Khabib wrestling a bear back in 1997. He was 9 years old. And I went, you know what? That's the out game for me. If you wrestle a bear, I'm not fucking with you ever. I don't care if it's a fight, an argument, chess. I don't want to fuck with you if you wrestled a bear. And it's crazy hearing about Khabib and his lifestyle because Conor talked about his dad, talked about his Muslim religion, talked about the people he associates himself with, talked about Alexander Putin. He talked about everybody that Khabib is in contact with. And this just shows you a different culture. Now, Khabib's a grown man. He still is with his mom and dad. And I think his family, I think he's married. I'm not sure. But they all live in the same house. Different culture completely. Because he's got plenty of money. He's got enough money. He can live wherever he wants right now. Especially after this fight. When the pay-per-view numbers come in, that's when we'll know really how much money they made. That's the thing. There's no losers in this. Conor lost, but he's going to win. Larry Holmes had the best line I ever heard after a boxing match. Larry Holmes gets knocked out by Mike Tyson. He's doing the interview after the fight. I'll never forget I think it was Larry Merchant, or the interview goes, Larry, are you embarrassed? Do you think this hurts your legacy? Larry goes, a little bit, but I'll feel better in the morning when I go to the bank. It's like, it's the best answer. Yeah, a little bit, but tomorrow I'll feel better about everything when I go to the bank. Yeah, it didn't hurt my legacy at all. I was like, and that's the same thing with Conor and Khabib. I mean, say what you want, read the internet, but when it's all said and done, once those pay-per-view numbers come in, everybody's a winner in that fight. Now the other fight was good. It was there's this guy Derek Lewis. If you don't know who he is, please look him up. Please look this UFC fighter Derek Lewis up. He's a heavyweight, but he looks like he just hangs out the bar and drink beers. He's not ripped up. He's not cut up. He's got a belly on him. But it's one of those muscle guts, I call it. There's dudes with those muscle guts that it's a belly, but it don't move. It's just solid. So he got one of them muscle guts. And he got a one-hit quitter because he's losing this fight against this big Russian. And then he just, all of a sudden, he connected. 11 seconds left, they called the fight. He knocked him out at 4 minutes and 49 seconds of the third round. It was only a 3-round fight. And he was losing the fight. He don't knock him out, he probably loses. But Derek Lewis got that one-hit quitter, man. And after the fight, he takes off his shorts. And Joe Rogan's interview, he goes, "Why'd you take your shorts off?" He goes, "My balls was hot." That's all he said. My balls was hot. And then they got him after the fight, after he gets a shower and relaxes. Then they got him with the announcers, and he's on a table like they do. He's on a table, and there's like 5 guys interviewing him. And they go, "What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do to celebrate?" He goes, "Man, I was gonna go back to the room and lift my wife's legs up and just see where that goes." I was like, this guy's out of Houston, Texas. I'm gonna reach out to him, man. When I'm in Houston, I want him to come to my show so bad at the Improv. I just want to meet him and talk to him, man. He's just so funny. And when the hurricane hit last year in Houston, he stayed in Houston. He had a big lifted like pickup truck, damn near looked like a semi. He was driving it around Houston, helping people out during the hurricane, just grabbing people. And one guy, I'm almost positive it's Derek Lewis. One guy had a rebel flag on, had either on his car, or on his shirt, or in his yard. And Derek went to help him out. And then somebody said something to him like, "Dude, that guy's got a rebel flag." He goes, "Man, we'll deal with that shit later." Like, we'll deal with that ignorance later. Right now, he was just trying to help people and get him out of the water. So I hope if anybody knows who he is, I'm going to reach out to him on social media when it gets closer to me going to Houston. But I really want him to come to my show. I just want to meet him and talk to him, man, because he cracks me up. He really cracks me up. I start following him on Instagram now. Derek Lewis. Let me see. I give his Instagram out. Give him a shout out. DERI. Derek. I'm the worst at spelling, by the way. I don't know if it's 2 R's. There it is. Okay, his Instagram is The Beast UFC. TheBeast UFC. It's Derek Lewis. Yeah, look him up on YouTube, man. And his Instagram page is actually funny. It's funny as shit. And I know he's gotten a lot. Oh my God, he's gotten a lot more followers since that fight. So I'm not the only one that noticed him, because he didn't have this many. The Saturday night when I saw the interview and I immediately started following him, he didn't have that many. He got a lot more since the fight. So people started to get wind of him, man. So the UFC fight, Bengals are 4-1. I went and saw Stars Born. Go see that. This week's it's a weird week for me. Every year it comes around because October 8th is my mom's birthday, and then October 12th is my brother's birthday. Now, my brother passed away a couple years ago of a heroin overdose. So Friday, October 12th would have been his 37th birthday. He would have turned 37. He passed away May 20th, 2015. So I always make sure I'm home and I go to the cemetery and go see him at where he's buried at. And I got this, I don't know if it's a weird thing I do or just something I always bring. Whenever I go see him on his birthday, I take a pair of running shoes and I put them on his headstone and I leave them there. And I always write a little message on the insole to him. And every time I go back, the shoes are always gone. I don't know if somebody takes them, or I don't know if the cemetery, when they're cutting the grass, they just throw them out. But I put them on top of the headstone. And I don't know, my mom might take them and throw them in the garbage. I don't know. But I always leave them. And the reason I do that is because my brother Dallas would always take my clothes that I'm not wearing anymore and my shoes when he was around. We both wear a size 12. We both got the same like waist. I'm 6'2". I think Dallas probably 5'11". He was a little shorter than me, but he'd still take my pants and then he'd just cuff them up or hem them up. But it's just a little tradition I do every year. So it's weird because my mom and my brother's birthdays are so close, October 8th and October 12th. And I don't talk to my mom anymore. I mean, it's no secret. For whatever reason, we don't talk. I think when's the last time I spoken to my mom was March of 2016 was the last time I had a conversation with my mom. And then yeah. And it got a little ugly within the family there for a minute, just because I tried to get custody of my brother's daughter. Once he passed away, there was a custody battle between my mom and stepdad and the baby's mother, and the court called me out of left field. I had nothing to do with it. I didn't know there was a real custody battle going on, and this guardian ad litem is what it's called. GAL, she called me and said, are you Dallas Randall's brother? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, huh? She goes, I've been to your family's house numerous times, and I've talked to your mom. I go, she's never brought you up. She goes, I've been in your house. There's no pictures of you in the house. I said, yeah, it's a little tense. And then she just was like, her job was to figure out who was the better home for my brother's daughter. Was it my mom and stepdad, or was it the baby mama? And she said she wasn't comfortable with either. She goes, I'm not comfortable with either household, I'll be honest with you. And then, so she goes, if I recommend her to not be at either home, she'll get removed from the home and they're going to put her in foster care. And I said, oh, no, I don't want to do that. I mean, what can I do? She goes, well, I just need you to sign some paperwork that you would take her. If she gets removed from either home, you would take her. I said, yeah, of course. I'm not going to put my niece in foster care. And so what happened was she recommended that my niece get removed from the home. And the judge said, she's not in any physical danger and anything like that. So he said, nah, she's not going to get removed from the home. But my mom saw that my name was on the paperwork, that if she did get removed, I would take her. So I guess I'm sure they worked out in their brain that I went behind everybody's back and tried to get custody and tried to get my niece removed from the home so I could take her. That wasn't the case. The people called me and said, hey, if we remove her from the home, she's going to go into foster care unless you're okay with taking her. I was like, yeah, of course. And they had to come do a home visit at my house to make sure we were stable and we had a good home. And so it just got ugly. Just got ugly. So I don't really talk to my mom. I mean, I'm giving you a Cliff Notes version of what happened. There's a lot more that goes to it. And then I called my mom and I called my stepdad and I asked them, I said, you think we could get custody of the baby? And I was trying to do it like so everyone was on board, and so it would be, it'd be a cohesive unit. I said, you can come visit anytime. We're not trying to keep her from you. I just felt like me and my wife and our family be a more stable environment than what she's going to be raised in right now. And my mom at first said yes, and then I don't know, she changed her mind. She was like, nope, I'm not comfortable with it. And then we were just going to go after custody of my daughter. Not my daughter, my brother's daughter. We were going to go after custody of her, me and my wife. And in the process of us texting my mom and calling my mom and saying, hey, we're going to go after custody of her, that we didn't want to go this route, but we're looking out for her best interest. Man, the text messages I got and social media posts and everything else from my brother, and my other brother didn't pass away and everything. It was just so evil and ugly. I called my wife and I said, we can't like risk our own family sanity and well-being if we take her, because if we was going to take her, it it's going to be so ugly. Like if we take 10 steps forward with my niece, it'd be 10 steps back once she went with my mom and stepdad. So it just, I'm giving you guys the Cliff Notes version, but it would have got ugly. It would have got ugly. So we just backed off. And I haven't heard from my mom since. The last time I talked to my mom was when I told her, hey, we'd like to go after custody of the baby. And that conversation wasn't great. I was trying to be calm about it, but just didn't work out. So that's really why I haven't talked to my mom in a couple years, because of that. So October 8th is my mom's birthday, and October 12th is my brother's birthday. So on Friday, October 12th, I'll go to the cemetery in Oxford, Ohio, and I'll put some shoes down on top of his headstone like I always do. It's just I don't know, it's something between me and him, wherever he's at. It's just something that I do between me and him because when he was around, I used to always give him my shoes and my pants and everything. My brother's funny, man. He was a funny dude, man. He just had a heroin problem. Like, I think I'll close with this. A funny story about my brother is, I got one brother in prison right now, for dealing and using fentanyl and heroin. My other brother passed away from he thought he shot up heroin, but there was fentanyl in it. So he passed away when he shot up the fentanyl and it got in his system. But when my brother was alive and my other brother was dealing, my one brother, he gave Dallas like a bunch of weed. And he said, yo, this is like $1,000 worth of weed. He said, so go sell it. He said, and just give me 500 back and I'll break even. Then you can have 500. Do I think that's a story? No. I think my brother probably stole it from somebody and then gave it to my brother. But my brother calls me, he goes, man, Gary, he goes, Kyle's mad at me. I said, for what? He goes, man, he gave me this weed to sell and he said, give him 500 and he can break even. Then I can keep the other 500. He goes, but I didn't sell any of it. I just kind of gave it away and smoked it. And I go, what? That's a lot of weed, Dallas. That's $1,000 worth of weed. He goes, yeah. He goes, so now he's mad at me because he said I owe him $500. He goes, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I said, you want me to give you the 500? He goes, no, I'll handle it. I'll take care of it. I said, all right. And then he goes, man, I don't know what I'm good at in life, but I am not a good drug dealer. Like, like an epiphany hit my brother. He goes, man, I don't know what I'm good at in life, but I am not a good drug dealer. I was just like, I don't know. I was dying. Like I damn near hung up the phone on him because I was cracking up when he told me that. So just, I mean, I miss my brother, man. I wish he was still around, but he was a good dude, man. Just had an addiction problem, a heroin addiction problem, man. Took over his life. So I'll end with that, man. Rest in peace, Dallas. I miss you. I love you. And I'll see you on Friday, October 12th. Stopping by to drop some shoes off. All right, man. This is Gary Owen with the Get Some Podcast. If you want to listen to my podcast, just go to iTunes, search Gary Owen, #GetSome.